faith. It's what God responds to. And the program you are about to view features individuals just like you, discussing their faith experiences and how God has moved in their lives. This video presentation is a community service of Videogenics of Janesville, Wisconsin. And now, here's this month's featured church.
You're about to hear some personal insights on faith from some parish members of Nativity of Mary Catholic Church here in Janesville. I'm Father Stephen Umhafer, privileged to be the pastor of this parish, one of 4 Catholic parishes in our city. Our church was built in 1901 on a hill just east of the river overlooking downtown Janesville. Our 200-foot tall steeple is one of the highest points in the city. This great Gothic structure is a gift from our ancestors in the faith that continues to animate us, drawing us to worship God, celebrating all the gifts we have been given. But as beautiful as our building may be, the real beauty is in the faith-filled souls of the people inside. We Catholics gather together regularly to celebrate the Mass at our altar, the Eucharistic table, which is the extension of the Last Supper at which Jesus fed his followers with his very body and blood. Redeemed by the sacrificial death of Jesus on the cross, we are inspired to share our faith with others, nourished by our Holy Communion with Christ, inspired by God's Word, and supported by one another as we go forth into our community to share the goodness of God we have received. You can catch the spirit of joy and gratitude that goes with us as you listen to the insights of a small sampling of St. Mary's.
We come to you, Father, in thanksgiving through Jesus Christ, your Son. Through him we ask you to accept and bless these gifts we offer you in sacrifice. We offer them for your Holy Catholic Church. Watch over it, Lord, and guide it. Grant it peace and unity throughout the world. We offer them for Benedict our Pope, for Robert our Bishop, and for all who hold and teach the Catholic faith that comes to us from the apostles. Remember, Lord, your people, especially those for whom we now pray. Remember all of us gathered here before you. You know how firmly we believe in you and dedicate ourselves to you.
Those who enter St. Mary's are often impressed by the beauty of the interior. Then they notice the warmth of the people. But as they get to know them, they value their faith-filled lives.
I really, truly love our church community, the building itself, and how warm and inviting it is. I love coming into our church. I love our stained glass windows. I love our steeple. I heard once, someone told me that our steeple won an award. It was the prettiest steeple in Janesville, and I love the fact that it sits up on a hill and it overlooks our city. And no matter where you are downtown, you can look up and see our pretty steeple and our gorgeous church. And I love everything that our church stands for. I love St. Mary's Church.
There are so many different activities that a person can participate here at St. Mary's Parish, whether it's funeral dinners or religious ed or helping with the kids, attending Mass. Some of the particular ways that I like, especially, is Taizé prayer. I come once a month. I think it's the second Monday of the month we have Taizé prayer. It's a quiet, meditative way to connect with God, lots of singing. And we have a nice little community of believers who come together and share their faith and their love for God and each other that way. Another way is Eucharistic adoration. And again, that's on, I think, a Monday evening. And after teaching here all day, I need some quiet time. And I will come and just, even if it's 5 minutes, spent in church, quiet with Jesus. And it just kind of helps refresh me, makes me remember the important things in life and why I'm here and what I'm about. So I would say, besides Mass, which is the core of my faith, it's the Taizé prayer and the Eucharistic adoration that I really feel nourishment in my faith.
And I think with all the activities that are available here for you to participate in, whether it's a liturgical minister or helping with funeral dinners or whatever it is, you get to interact with a lot of different folks and realize that you're not alone in your faith in God and in Jesus, that different people express it different ways, and it's pretty neat to see the different types of people that are involved in these activities, but all for the common goal.
As I grow older, I know a comforting part to me to know that I'm praying in the same way that I have since I was young, and in the same way that my parents and grandparents did. And that continuity of ritual is sort of like the structure, but what's inside of that really is contact with the other people and meeting the other believers, because they have had different backgrounds than I have, some similar and grown up as Catholics, but many not. And they bring to the worship service, which is for us, I think maybe for most churches, focused on a once-a-week gathering. But then what you take home from that afterwards is realizing that that the other people that I was praying with this week have been through a lot of ups and downs. Some of them they share with me, some they don't. Anyway, the short answer is that the contact with the other people who are also on a journey of faith is something that is challenging and renewing and rejuvenating, and so therefore it's a growthful experience.
Very similar answer, and I think these people, and as we have grown with them, and we've been here for 15 years, we brought our children here when they were small, and we have, had sacraments together with our children, and now our children are being married, some of them here at this parish, and some of our peers are even bringing the next generation, their grandchildren here to St. Mary's. It provides just, those markers for this faith journey that we're on. It's sort of a reminder of the journey and the different markers and the different stages that we all go through on that journey.